and write down the new title. Again, I repeat, up to this, we have discussed the first part of Unit 2. Actually, there are no any parts in syllabus, but for the better understanding purpose, we have divided the entire unit into 4 parts. So, in the previous sessions, we have completed part 1, that is sources of finance, equity capital, preference capital, debt capital, and retained earning. Today, we will start the new topic, and that topic is, write down the title, cost of capital. Cost of capital. For your kind information, this topic is practical in nature. Okay, so please be careful here. Whatever the terms are here, this is very, very important for your practical questions. Okay, I hope so. The screen is visible to you, everyone. Hello. Yes. Okay. So up to this, we have discussed there are many sources. Okay, maybe equity, maybe preference, maybe debenture, maybe a long-term loan, maybe other loan from the other financial institutes, a loan from the private bank, loan from the public bank, loan from the cooperative societies. Okay, some of loan from the or subsidies or grant from the government itself. So now we need to decide that which capital, which fund, which money is suitable to us. Us means which money is suitable for the company. In that case, okay, we need to discuss or we need to find the cost of that particular capital. Let me explain these two words first of all, okay, and then after we go for the further discussion. Just 1 minute. Yes, who is there? So, okay, let me explain these two words first, cost and capital. Okay. So, cost means a total expenditure to get something. Total expenditure to get something. It may a service, it may a product. Suppose I have purchased my mobile phone from the Amazon. So, this phone price, okay, plus shipping charges, and if other charges are there, then if I add this all the expenses, I get to know the total cost of that particular smartphone. The word cost is clear, sum of total expenses. Everyone, are we clear about the term cost? Okay. Now the term capital. Okay, already we have discussed the capital. Capital means a money or fund or a finance required to start a business, to operate a business. So here, when we are discussing the capital, we are discussing the capital of the companies. And when we are discussing the capitals of the company, it means we are discussing about the equity share capital, we are discussing about the preference capital, we are discussing about the debt capital, and we are also discussing about the internal capital of the company, internal finance of the company, internal money of the company. So here in this unit, we try to understand the cost. It means total expenditure to get equity shares, total expenditure to get a preference shares, total expenditures to get debt capital, and total expenditures of internal capital. So this is the entire format. Okay, we try to understand this all the parameters one by one with the practical questions. But before that, let me clear this concept more clearly. Okay, suppose you required a loan and you are approaching three different banks. Okay, first you have approached X Bank, and X Bank said that we will give you a loan, but we charge a 10% interest. Now you have approached the second bank, and that is Y Bank, and Y Bank said that we charge 15% interest. You are not satisfied with the Y, then after you go for the searching of next bank, and finally you have got the bank jet, and representatives of the jet bank said that we will charge 8% interest. You require a loan of 5 lakh rupees. Okay, you are just searching for a loan from a particular bank. Here you have asked the representatives of three respective banks, X, Y, and Z, and the interest rate that bank will charge from on your loan is 10%, 15%, 8% respectively. Now my question to you is, which bank loan you will prefer? Which bank loan you will prefer? X bank loan, Y bank loan, or Z bank loan? Hello, this question is for you only. Okay, Vivek said Z, Raj said Z. What about others? Please tell me your opinion. Okay, Nirmala said Z. Okay, so ultimately all of you are saying that Z bank. Why? Why? Rupali said the same. Because if we take a loan from a X bank for a 5 lakh rupees, we need to pay a additional interest of rupees 80,000 rupees. Right? 10%, 50,000 rupees if the 5 lakh loan is there. 50,000 rupees we need to pay if we take a loan from the A. And if we take a loan from the Z, it will charge only 8%. It means annually you need to pay a 40,000 rupees only. So it's a clear-cut combination, clear-cut indication is here that always, always we prefer that particular source of finance which is less expensive. I'm right? Are you agree with me? As a human being, okay, always we prefer that we get that particular thing at lowest price, at lowest cost. That's why we are hurried to get more discount. That's why we are hurried to get one buy one get free or one buy two get free, like this. Okay, so let me go for the further discussion. Okay, so cost of capital is a part of investment decision. Okay, and that is used to measure the investment proposal. Okay, as I discussed that for a different sources of finance, there are different cost of capitals. So before going for any equity or preference or debt capital, manager, specifically finance manager, need to a closer look at that particular capital, because if we select the wrong capital, if we select the wrong source, okay, instead of Z you have selected Y, so ultimately or your expenses for a loan will be nearby double. Okay, so while selecting that one, you need to conscious about that one. Now, please write down the last line, or please try to remember last line because it is more important other than two paras. Cost of capital is also called as a cutoff rate. Okay, it is called as cutoff rate. It also known as a target rate, hurdle rate, and required rate of return. Maybe the question asked in MCQ or 1 mark question that cost of capital is also known as this. You need to find the right option if it is in MCQ, or you need to write the any name. Okay. So here cutoff rate means suppose in our university 40% is a passing criteria. Am I right? So if you want to pass the semester, if you want to pass the subject, you need to secure a minimum 40% in that particular subject. Okay. You will pass. If you are not securing the minimum 40%, then you are definitely going to fail. So it's called as a cutoff rate. Similarly, in each and every capital, we have particular rate. Okay, that rate is called as cutoff rate, and it is also known as cost of capital. Are we clear about the first term? Now see, target rate. Okay, target rate. Suppose India and England is playing the cricket game. Okay, cricket on a ground. Both the teams are there, and India was the turn, and all the players are done on a ground, and they have done the good job. India has done, suppose 300 runs. Okay, and now England, if England wants to win this match, the team need to score more than 300 runs. Okay, so here the 300 is a target. Similarly, in financial management, we have some targets. Suppose I invest in that particular scheme, minimum I required, or my target is to get 12%. If I invest in X bank, my target is to get a 12%. If I invest in jet securities, my target is to get a 20% return. So each and every security have some targets. Okay, hurdles. Okay, constraints. Some of obstacles are there. Okay, you need to crack that obstacles. Right now, if you see the Olympics is going on, okay, if you want a gold medal, you need to beat the competitor. So here competitor is your hurdle. Similarly, in financial management, if you want a profit on that particular security, you need to cross that obstacle. You need to go beyond that obstacle, and that obstacle is hurdle, and hurdle means your hurdle rate. Suppose here hurdle rate is 8%. So if company want a profit on that particular project, company need to earn more than 8%. Okay, if companies are earning the return below the 8%, definitely get a losses. And last, required rate of return. Nothing is required to explain. Okay, itself it's a explanatory term. So cost of capital is known as cutoff rate, target rate, hurdle rate, and required rate of return. Are we clear about these two terms? Sorry, these four terms. Everyone, quickly. Okay. Now, already we have discussed, so I'm quickly reading the slides. Cost of capital is a rate of return that firm must earn on its project investment to maintain its market value and attract the fund. Okay, already we have discussed that. It is similar to the previous definitions, previous meanings that we have discussed. Cost of capital means minimum rate of return that company must earn to maintain the market value, to maintain the same amount of profit. Now, please remember the second definition. Okay, first definition is by John. Cost of capital is the rate of return that firm required from investment in order to increase the value of the firm in the marketplace. It's a very simple definition. Cost of capital means a rate of required, okay, a required rate of return which firm or company need to earn to maintain the value or to increase the value of the company in the marketplace. Let's take a second definition. It is more easier than the previous one. According to Solomon, cost of capital is the minimum required rate of earning or a cutoff rate of capital expenditure. It's a very simple. cost of capital means minimum required rate of return or earn of investments. Here, capital expenditures means investments. So, are we clear? Cost of capital simply, if you want to write, you may write down cost of capital is equal to minimum rate of return on investment. Minimum rate of return on financial sources or investments or capital expenditures. एक मिनिमम रिटर्न आपको मिलना चाहिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. आर वी क्लियर अप टू दिस एवरीवन? Okay, from this slide we are having a practical questions, so please write down the title, computation of cost of capital. Okay, how we can calculate the cost of equity capital, cost of reference capital, cost of debt capital, and cost of retained earning, that we will discuss in this class. Okay, so without wasting our time, directly we start the cost of equity capital. So please write down the title. This is our first type of practical question, first type of computation of cost of capital. So cost of equity capital. Cost of equity capital. Please remember the short form. Cost of capital, shortly written as KE. K stand for cost of capital. E stand for equity. Again, I repeat, K, the capital K, stand for cost of capital. And we add E, it means it's a cost of equity capital. Instead of E, if I write P, it's known as a cost of preference capital, KP. Okay, so right now we are discussing only the first, cost of equity capital. So the cost of equity capital means KE. Now look at the definition. Minimum rate of return that firm must earn on an equity finance proportion of an investment project in order to leave unchanged the market price of the shares. Very simple. A minimum rate of return that company must earn to maintain the same price of equity share in a market. A minimum return that company need to maintain the market price of the shares. Okay. Unchanged market price means there is no change. So always each and every company is trying to get their increase in the share price. If there is no increase after putting the efforts, at least they are trying to, there is no decrease in the share price of the companies. I'll say market price of the companies. Here market price of the company means the price of the shares, specifically equity shares. Okay, so again I repeat, there are three components. Minimum rate of return that company need to earn, okay, on equity capital, to maintain the same price, market price of a share, to maintain same market price of a share. Are we clear about the definition? वापस से एक बार रिपीट कर देता हूं. इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल पे हमें मिनिमम एक रेट ऑफ रिटर्न अर्न करना है कि इक्विटी शेयर्स की जो मार्केट में प्राइस है वो अनचेंज रहे, रिमेन सेम रहे. एटलीस्ट वो कम ना हो, डिक्रीज ना हो. इंक्रीज ना हो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट डिक्रीज तो नहीं होनी चाहिए. इतना तो हमें मिनिमम अर्न करना है. आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? क्या है इक्विटी कैपिटल और क्या है कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी कैपिटल? Okay, few methods are there which help us to get the cost of equity capital. Okay, number one, dividend price approach or dividend price method. Dividend price plus growth approach, earning price approach, shortly known as EPS, bond yield plus risk premium approach, and last one, CAPM, stand for Capital Assets Pricing Model. Please remember the full form that may be asked in a MCQ or 1 mark question, in a mid one, or in a final examination. CAPM stand for Capital Assets Pricing Model. Are you with me up to this? Hello everyone. Yes. Okay. So write down the first method. Write down the first method. Dividend price approach. Dividend price approach. Believe me, these practical questions are easier than the previous one. Whatever the calculations we have in a time value of money, as compared to that, these questions are so easy to do. So write down the title, dividend price approach. Okay, dividend price approach. We already know that on equity shareholders on equity share capital, company is showing the dividend. So for equity shareholders, dividend is the return. Dividend is the return for equity shareholders. So here, the cost of capital will be decided based on the expected dividend rate. Your expected dividend rate means, suppose, uh, if you look at to the histories of the company, suppose Reliance Limited is there, okay, and from the last 5 years, Reliance is declaring dividend every year that nearby 5%, previous year the 6%, previous to previous 5%, previous to previous 6%. So it means the Reliance companies tend to declare a minimum 5% dividend every year. So here the average return or a minimum return on equity share of Reliance is 5%. Are you getting my point? That 5% is called as a cost of capital. क्योंकि उतना तो minimum company को earn करना है. Okay, let's take an example to get the idea. Here, suppose one company is there. Okay, let's take ABC company. Okay, ABC company is there, and company having 5,000 shares, 5,000 equity shares, each of rupees 100, each of rupees 100. Can you tell me the total capital of the ABC? Equity capital. Yes, everyone. Can you tell me the total equity capital if company have 5,000 equity shares and each of rupees 100? 5 lakh rupees. Okay. Equity capital is for 5 lakh rupees. Okay. Now, if you look at to the history of the company, okay, if you look at to the history of the company is generally declaring the dividend of 20% every year. 20% dividend every year, starting from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Every year company is going to declare a 20% dividend. Okay. Now suppose for the current year, company declare the dividend of only 10% for the year 2021, 2022. what will happen? What will happen? Now, from the last 5 years, the company is declaring the dividend 20 years, so equity shareholders are habituated with that 20%. They have fixed their mind that this year company will again pay the 20% dividend. Yes, if you look at to the laws, if you look at to the Companies Act, there is no any provision that company need to pay that particular minimum dividend every year on equity share. But from last 5 years, 6 years, company is declaring the same dividend. So it is expected to declare the same dividend in the current year. And if company is going to fail to get that particular percentage in terms of dividend return, definitely the shareholders will sell out their shares. Am I right? मैं आपको लास्ट 5 ईयर से 20% रिटर्न दे रहा हूं और इस साल में आपको बोलता हूं कि मैं आपको सिर्फ 10% रिटर्न दूंगा, क्या आप करोगे? Are you getting my point? Yes. Now here economics comes. Already we have discussed that, okay, relationship between economics and financial management. So remember the rule of economics. Okay, if the demand of the product will increase, then price of the product will decrease. The same rule is applicable here. As you go for the sales of, okay, yes, definitely the demand of the company shares will decrease and ultimately it will reduce the share price of the company. And once the share price is reduced, it's difficult to again increase. Now the concept is clear why this expected dividend rate is useful. In spite of there is no any rule or there is no any provision in Companies Act that company need to pay a minimum 10% of dividend. But from the past experience, from the last practices of the company, the shareholders are expecting that dividend. And based on that expectations, we are calculating the cost of capital. Okay, please remember the another name of this method is dividend yield model or dividend yield method. In some of books you will find that dividend yield method. So don't confuse, both are same. Dividend price or a dividend yield. Yield means extra. Please write down the formula. KE, cost of equity capital, is equal to D. Here D stand for dividend per equity share. Please remember, dividend per equity share. Divided by NP. NP stand for net proceeds. Net proceeds. I will explain that how we calculate the dividend per share and net profit. Or else, in some of cases, KE, cost of equity capital, is equal to D, dividend per share, divided by P0. It's not O, it's P0. And here P0 means a current market price of equity shares. Current market price. Why these two formulas are there? Because in some of practical question, you have net proceed. In some of practical question, you have a current market price. So based on the practical question, we need to decide which formula will be applicable. So formula is done. Have you written? Yes. Okay. Now see the practical question. This practical question took some more time. Okay. Otherwise, it will hardly take 1 or 2 minutes to calculate this type of practical question. But here I am explaining the things. That's why it needs some more time. Just 1 minute. Huh? I am sharing the new sheet to you. Because we have practical questions, so we'll do all the practical questions in Google Sheet. Okay, meanwhile, you please tell me how many shares are there by looking at the information given to you. How many shares are there? Please read the entire details that given to you. Okay. Okay. Face value of shares. Face value of shares. Oh, sorry, dears. Today's time over. We are not moving for a solution of this practical question. From the next class, we'll go for the solution. Okay. Please write your numbers for attendance purpose, and you are